for tuning into My Bollywood Body. मैं आपका host Sunny with Joseph, Andrew, Rakic, Croatian, Polish, well, whatever. I can't pronounce it. आपको पता है, you know, I'm a very fobby kind of guy. मैंने नहीं English आउंदी नहीं guy. Honored to have a big. He's short. He's not really that big, but he's really big on the internet. A big guy. Thank you very much. तुसी सानू किया कि you know what, we should collaborate. He's here in the heart of Toronto, so we reached out to him. Was like, Paji, we want to shoot some crazy workout videos with you, and honored to have you here. Joseph, how's your experience so far?
I'm honoured to be here for a start, but I love Canada. It's amazing. Great weather at the moment. I'm from New Zealand, and back home right now it's winter, so it's good to be here in the sun.
How bad does it get when it comes to winter in New Zealand?
Not as bad as it gets here in Canada. We get down to about 11. Where I'm from, there's no snow. I've never been to snow before,
if you don't know him, make sure you search him up. But in order to search his name, you have to freaking do a PhD in English because it's so hard and complicated. Bro, say your name and we'll give you something. I'll freaking give you myself if you can type out his name in the comments. What's your name?
My name is Joseph Rakic. It is Joseph.
You're
with an
freaking
S.
done, bro. You can't type that shit. Joseph Rakic. If you can type his name without Googling it, we'll give you me. You get me. How about that? Today we're going to do a crazy ass bicep and tricep workout in collaboration with Joseph Rakic. Warm up is very important. हम आपको हमेशा बताते हैं, you know, जितना आप warm up करेंगे, जितनी stretching करेंगे, आपको चोट लगने के chances कम है. After the warm up, we're going to start off. Joseph, let's get going. We're going to do our first exercise. We're going to do close grip barbell curl. We're going to take an easy curl bar. आपके wrist के ऊपर बहुत कम इसका pressure पड़ेगा, and you can utilize. आपको maximum benefit होगा आपके डोलों के ऊपर. Let's get going. Begin. Close grip. First exercise. 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Go all the way up. Squeeze. Come on. See, one good thing is इनके बाजू देखें. Konya is ahead of them. इन्होंने कमर की तरफ पीछे नहीं खींची हुई. It's not a bucket curl. His elbows are here. All the tension, you can see it, is on the peak. All the tension is on the bicep. 3 sets of 12 repetition. They're about decent depending on कितना weight उठा रहे हैं. 30 से 40-45 second break. Joseph, would you like to add something to it?
I love the close grip curl. Reason being is because when you're using a close grip curl, you're working more of the outside part of your bicep, which is the bicep long head. Now, more growth in the bicep long head will create a better bicep peak.
Oh yeah.
That's why I love doing the close grip curls.
Yeah, so see, now we're endorsing the idea of doing 3 sets of 12. What would you say? Is it a good rep range? Is it a good set range or no?
Yep, definitely. 3 sets of 12 is
Well,
great.
full endorsement. Moving on to our second exercise. Now we're going to do wide grip. So first we're going to hit close grip, 3 sets of 12. Then we're going to do wider grip, 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Again, all the way up, squeeze and stretch. See what he does? There is a squeeze aspect. There's a every muscle. Har video mein 400 video mein humne pong ke aapko dasa hua hai. Whenever you're doing any exercise, whether it be chest, legs, shoulder, bicep, tricep, squeeze and stretch, squeeze and stretch, squeeze and stretch. So 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Joseph, what would you like to add to this?
The squeeze is so important. It's all about connecting with the muscle that you're trying to work. A lot of people in the gym, they just go through the motion like this. And what they do, they're not actually working or activating the muscle. You want to have a good muscle-mind connection and really focus on connecting and activating the muscle that you're trying to work. Otherwise, you're just defeating the purpose.
Exactly. If you're single, you won't understand what squeezing means, but we guys are taken, so we really know the importance of squeezing, unless you'll always going to be single for the rest of your life. We're going to move on to our third exercise. This is one of my favorite exercises. Again, if you want your arm to look big, you want to have big guns, this is a key. This is the principal exercise you're going to do. We're going to do low pulley. Low pulley keeper, we're going to do hammer curls, 5 sets of 20 repetitions with 3-second pause at the top. Here you go, big guy. So stand, pull it out, see what he does. That's the key. Your stance is the key. How are you going to do it? That's the key. Up, 1, 2, 3, down. Up, 1, 2, 3. So you can see it. He's not swinging. All the tension is on the bicep. All the tension is on your brachialis. All the tension is on your flexors and extensors. Aapki forearm, aapka brachialis, aapka bicep, long head, short head, everything is getting pumped because the way we set up a workout. You go up, you squeeze, 1, 2, 3, down. Up, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, down. Up, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, down. So what do you have to say about this, Joseph?
It's really important that when you pull the weight up, you also want to pull it out.
Okay.
Because when you pull the weight out, it allows you to get a better squeeze of the muscle.
Okay.
And like we mentioned before, the squeeze is so important for activating the muscles.
So rather than just going up and down, it's not going to work anything. You have to come up and squeeze it out to get the maximum benefit out of the exercise.
And holding that contraction for 3 seconds just allows for more muscle activation as well.
5 sets of 20 repetitions. Now we're going to move on to our next exercise. Up, see what happened? The camera just moved. It's now our cameraman sucks. So Simo, say sorry.
Sorry.
See, we make them say sorry. Now we're going to move on to the last exercise for your bicep is called one arm preacher curl. It's more like a finisher. It's gonna work exactly like a concentration curl. We're gonna do 2 sets of 20 repetitions back to back. So you do 20, 20, 20, 20, and that's about it for the biceps. Let's get going, big guy. One arm preacher curl. So rather than हम preacher bench लें और आपके साथ share करें, we just सादा जो हमारा adjustable bench है, we raised it up. See, look at that. Key, stretch. Look at the stretch. Beauty. Come up and squeeze. Stretch. So he's not swinging up. He's not chatka maring. He's going down, stretch, squeeze the muscle. So you can see every time he squeezes, the peak goes up. So rather than just bringing the bicep up and using your wrist or your shoulders, use the muscle. So you don't have to lift heavier weight, 5 kilo, 6 kilo, 10 kilo. Quality reps, it counts. Quality over quantity. 20, 20, 20, 20, and that's the finisher for your bicep. After that, you should not be able to, if you take a dump, you should not be able to clean yourself because your arms are so pumped. So you gotta ask the squeezing partner yours to come help you out. Big guy, what would you like to add?
Also, when performing this exercise, I find it's really important to use a full range of motion, but not go right the way down where the weight touches the bench. Because as soon as the weight touches the bench, the bicep gets a break. So use a full range of motion and stretch it out, but stop just short of touching the bench. That way you can keep the stress on the muscle the whole entire time.
Up and back to back, you finish it off. Let's get going. Oh, they've seen one arm, they know how the other arm works. We're good. This is your bicep. Again, you gotta remember bicep and tricep. Whenever you're doing it together, try to put more emphasis on your tricep. So if you want to lift heavy, lift heavier on your triceps rather than working on your bicep because aapka jo bicep hai, wo chota muscle and tricep is a bigger muscle. Now we're gonna move on to our first exercise for the tricep. Since we said it's a split, it's a dually bicep and tricep. First exercise, we're gonna do 3 sets of 15 tricep pushdowns. So whenever you're doing tricep pushdowns, आपने हमारा भी तवा लगाया, गुलाम भाई का भी लगाया, सलू भाई का भी लगाया, ऋतिक भाई का भी लगाया, हर भाई के लगाया, because वो किसी की फॉर्म इधर है, किसी की फॉर्म इधर है. उन पर जी बारों बंदा मशहूर बंदा लेके आए, इधर कितना मजाक कराओगे. So again, the key is keeping your elbows locked. See all the way down. Here you go. Stretch, squeeze, up, stretch, squeeze. It does not really matter. Your butt is here, your butt is here. It's all about mind to muscle connection. If you are feeling the blood rushing into your muscle, if you're feeling your strands breaking, if you're feeling a pump into your tricep, that's all that matters. Stretch, squeeze. Joseph, would you like to add something to it?
Yeah, you have to be really strict with your form. A lot of people, what they end up doing is they go too heavy and they go like this.
100%.
What ends up happening is your rear deltoids and your lats start pulling the weight down. So keep your elbows locked in, keep them stationary. Push down with the back of your arm with your triceps and squeeze, contract.
Nice.
Squeeze, contract.
Awesome. So 3 sets of 15. Now the way we are setting up a workout is you're going to come back to this exercise. Let's move on to our second exercise. We're going to do 4 sets of 8. Remember I said there is one exercise that we're going to do throughout. So let's get going. So this is the exercise in the whole workout that we're doing low reps. Have you noticed, like we're saying 12 repetitions, 15 repetitions, 20 repetitions. This is the mother of all exercises in this workout. We're going to do 4 sets of 8 close grip bench press, which is you bring it down, see about an inch below your nipples, tap, and when you're pushing the bar back up, when we're doing a chest exercise, we tell you to squeeze your chest. In this case, put your mind into your tricep and push the weight with your triceps. Here you go, nice and slow. All the tension should stay on your tricep muscle. The way the workout is, your arm is pumped now, your tricep is pumped. The minute you get into this exercise, 4 sets of 8. You can do 6, you can do 7, you can do 8, you can do 9, you can even go up to 10. But increase the weight in every set to get the maximum benefit out of it. What would you like to add?
What's really important is keeping your elbows tucked. Because if your elbows flare out too much, all that does it deactivates your triceps somewhat and places more stress on your chest and your shoulders. Now, we're not trying to work the chest or shoulders, we're trying to work the back of the arms. So we want to keep our elbows tucked by the side and push with the back of our arms instead of pushing with the chest.
This is one of the, because again, this is the only exercise we're doing where we're lifting heavy. It's a press. Press is either be shoulder press, chest press, or a tricep press. That is to add size, right? See, I know lie to you. Now we're going to move on back to our tricep. This time we're going to hit 3 sets of 15 reverse grip tricep pushdowns. So we did tricep pushdowns, moving on to your 4 sets of maximum of 8 repetitions, which is closed grip bench press. Now we've got 3 sets of 15 reverse grip tricep pushdowns. Here you go, nice and slow. Again, the key, जैसे इन्होंने पहले बताया, keeping your elbows locked is the key. Keep your elbows locked, keep all the tension into your tricep, back is straight, butt sticking out, lock, squeeze, stretch. Lock, squeeze. So do not lock like this. So, you know, you don't involve your shoulders, don't involve your back, don't involve your rear delts into it. Keep the muscle keep the tension all the time onto your tricep muscles, and that's about it. So Joseph, I wanted to ask you, you know, regular tricep push downs and reverse tricep push downs. What is the difference? Why do we do two different grips?
So using two different grips is going to activate different areas of the tricep. When you have your hands over grip and you push down, you somewhat get a little bit of a rollover. Okay. And the little bit of the rollover works more of the tricep long head, which is this part of the tricep up here, which is where the mass of the tricep is. Now when you're doing an underhand grip like this and you're pulling down, yes, you're working the whole tricep as a whole, but there is more lateral activation, which is the outside part of the tricep, which gives your tricep the good horseshoe shape. And it's always good to mix both exercises up and use a variety of exercises to get a really fully developed tricep muscle.
Awesome job. Let's finish it off with the last exercise of the day. Let's get going. We're going to do lying tricep extensions, which are also known as skull crushers. Here you go. Yeah, we're the producer, we're the freaking director, we're the cameraman, we are the heroes, we are the heroines, we are, I don't know what's going on, bro. Let's get going. Let's finish off our workout. Last exercise of the day. 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions, lying skull crushers with the dumbbells. Okay, we're gonna use the dumbbells, not the barbell. We want to make sure we take the maximum benefit out of the workout, stabilize the muscles as well, nice and slow. See, look. Elbows stay locked, all the tension is on the triceps. Down, stretch, squeeze, down, stretch, squeeze. Obviously, when you're lifting heavier weight, your arms are gonna start swinging. You see all the pro bodybuilders, but their level is different. As a beginner, if you've been watching, you know, us for 5-6 months, our channel is primarily for beginners, jo gym nahi chahte zyada ya bahut kam arsa ho gaya gym jate hue, or don't have trainers or don't have expertise in fitness. Again, keep the elbows locked, nice and slow workout करें. ज़्यादा भारी उठाएंगे तो automatically आपको झटका मारने की ज़रूरत है. That's about it. Joseph, so the last exercise, which is the finisher for our dually workout for the bicep and tricep, what do you say? What's good about this exercise?
That's a great exercise and actually one of my favorite. Now, the key to performing this exercise is you want to keep your elbows as still and stationary as you can and just focus on working the tricep muscle. And again, with all other exercises, that squeezing contraction is such a important factor to getting the most out of every single rep.
So whenever either you are working out or wherever you are, it's a relationship. When you are here, the squeezing works with the dumbbell. When you're outside the gym, the squeezing works miracles. YouTube pe hame subscribe karna mat bhule. My Bollywood Body, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure to check him out on Instagram at Joseph Rakic. I mean, you can see it at the bottom, you know, his name pops up. Make sure, don't start clicking because the shit doesn't work like this on YouTube. So you have to search up his name, Joseph Rakic on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel. Make sure you search him up. He is known as one of the most authentic trainers on the web. So search him up, make sure, follow him, and you can also ask him for the news. He's big on that in New Zealand.
New videos every single day.